Good morning, you beautiful people. Pokemon Go has been rife with dissent among the player base for a couple days now over Niantic's uncommunicative nature. And Niantic finally broke some things down in a message on their Facebook page yesterday. And since that post, Trainer Tips has released a new video centered around the post, where host Nick talks about the article in the opening statement and what his opinion is on it. However, he voices his misunderstanding of how third-party apps degrade Niantic's ability to maintain a quality experience with Pokemon Go. But don't take my word for it, here's a clip from Trainer Tips' new video.
Limited access by third-party services which were interfering with our ability to maintain quality of service for our users and to bring Pokemon Go to users around the world. Now, that's a little bit more vague. They're saying that they shut down sites like pokevision because it was interfering with their ability to bring the game to users around the world. Somehow, they're trying to blame pokevision for them not being able to release the game globally yet. I'm not so sure about that one. It sounds kind of like an excuse.
So let's get to the splaining, because I'm sure Nick's not the only one who doesn't understand how a DOS works. Yes, you heard me right. Pokevision and other map services are essentially acting as a denial-of-service attack without meaning to. So, how does a DOS work? Well, it's a bunch of packets being sent to a server in order to deny access to that server while those packets are being resolved. If this sounds weird to you, that's okay. Think of it like this. The first week the game is out, Niantic was having issues keeping the servers up. This was due in part to the massive underestimation of the number of users that Niantic expected to be playing their app in the opening day, and also in part to all the users who downloaded the APK so they could play it in unreleased countries. Then, after beefing up servers, the three-step glitch happened. Now, we don't know what happened exactly, but we can guess that something that Niantic did during their first week's patch screwed up the GUI portion of the tracker function's code, at which point people complained about the three-step glitch, so well-meaning coders, except for the guys at Pokehound, who are a bunch of cunts because they charged for their service, made apps that parsed packets from Niantic's servers in order to display Pokemon locations in real time. But what they probably didn't think of was that Niantic, the company who flubbed the launch by not having the servers to handle the load, couldn't have done enough to enable the servers to handle this new load from all of these services. I can see your eyes glazing over, so let's put it this way. Every user who uses Pokevision is basically like adding a new trainer profile to the servers, at least for a little bit, which wouldn't be an issue if it was just one person using this app, or even a couple thousand. But Pokevision alone averages 3.7 million page views, and users use it for an estimated average of 10 minutes at a time. Couple that with the ability to ping the server every 30 seconds, that could mean that Pokevision alone could be responsible for 74 million pings of Niantic servers per day. That's an average of 2 pings per second. Just from Pokevision alone. Now you add Pokevision to the power levelers who are using packet parsing to tell their IVs and to the other Pokemon tracking apps, even the cunts over at Pokehound, and you can see why it could cause an issue. But for those of you who love numbers as much as I do, here's some more explanation. On July 12th, it was estimated that users of the Pokemon Go app spent an average 33 minutes playing the game, and with over 10 million downloads at that time. That means that Niantic servers had to deal with 7,638 pings a second just from the tracking function of the app. Now, we're going to get into packet sizes, just to give an idea of how beefy the servers would have to be at their present to cater to this many users and provide a perfect experience just for the tracking portion of the app. If we use the 30-second mark as a standard amount of time for the app to request and receive information from the server, mainly because that was the limit for Pokevision's tracker, and anecdotally, I noticed that the green ring that signifies the app syncing the nearby list with the servers blinks on my phone about every 30 seconds. Couple that with the fact that my phone's data gets used at the rate of about 100 megabytes of data an hour, we get 1.666666667 megabytes a minute, which means that the syncing packet, if using the 30-second rate, would be 800 kilobytes of data every time they're sent, which multiplied by the estimated 9.55 million users per day gives us a possible exchange rate of 7.6 terabytes of data every 30 seconds. If every estimated user was playing at the same time, that's everyone playing all at once. That's not even cutting into the other apps or other parsing information, all right? Because even though you're parsing IVs and you're not trying to get a whole list of Pokemon, you still have to send a ping to the server to get the information back from the server. That's how the IV estimators work, and well, not the IV. That's how the IV parsers work. Now, I'm not a computer engineer, so I don't even know enough about servers to hazard a guess at how big or small a system like that would have to be to handle that kind of a load. But I do have friends that work in that industry, and so I've asked them, and as soon as I get back from them, I'll throw it down in the description in the comment section below. Heck, if you guys know, why not throw it down in the comments and I will update as needs. Anyways, I hope this video was informative enough to give you an idea of how pokevision and apps like it degraded Niantic's ability to provide quality experiences to its user base. And don't get me wrong, I'm not some Niantic fanboy who's just sucking their dick for the lulz. I will readily admit that they fucked up. I just don't feel that they fucked up in the ways that everyone else is claiming they did. Look at it this way. The game's been out for 3 weeks and everything the community has asked for has been taken care of or is being taken care of. From the server stability issues to the tracking function being broken as fuck, Niantic has taken steps to deal with it and has communicated every step of the way. Maybe not as immediately or as transparently as everyone would have liked, but they have at least told you. And that's where I'm going to leave you today. If you guys liked the video, you know what to do. If you hated it, you also know what to do. If you have some insight or just want to say hi or want to flame me in the comments section, it's below. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at willhwiltjr, and you guys can catch a live stream over at twitch.tv/willhwiltjr. I'm willhwiltjr. I don't do intros or outros. Y'all have yourselves a good day.